Hello, everyone, and welcome to another edition of Ask Holly with our pros who know. And Holly Sammons is the CEO and president of the Better Business Bureau.
Yeah.
And today we are talking about booking hotels online for that summer vacation. I know myself, I book everything online,
Sure.
but that can sometimes often be fraught if a website looks or is similar to a hotel website. What are some of the things that you guys are seeing out there that consumers need to be wary of?
We see, certainly with Central Florida being a travel destination, we obviously have tourism and travel, on the brain year round. But for many consumers who may travel during the summer when kids are out of school or during the holidays, we really want to make sure that we get this information out there, because so often we see, something that should have been your most enjoyable time of the year. You've saved the money. You want to be making memories. You want to be making happy memories. And certainly, if you don't do this right, the memories of your vacation could be really bad memories, or it's at least going to start off rocky. So we want to share some information, with our viewers. That let's start with purchasing from the source.
Yes.
You may want to be careful when purchasing from third-party vendors. Can you purchase safely from third-party vendors? Absolutely.
And do you mean like travel sites? Because I know when I just put in a hotel room or destination, there are so many ads that pop up that are really advertising cheap hotel rooms.
Yeah. So yes, I mean travel sites. And so let's start with travel sites. What you should know about travel sites are they buy surplus, or they buy, books of time, books of tickets, things like that. And so you may see flights that they have available at prices that you can't find on the airline or on the hotel site. But what you should know is you are making that purchase from the third-party vendor. You are not making the purchase from the major brand hotelier or directly from the airline. What consumers should know about that is the protection, the fine print, the cancellation policies that those hotels or resorts or airlines have no longer apply. The cancellation, the fine print that you should be paying attention to are those third-party booking sites.
Yes, I have run into that before when I booked a room and got to the place and they said, well, because you booked through X travel site, which was a reputable site,
Sure.
but they couldn't help me with changing the reservation.
That's right, because you are not, if this makes sense, you're kind of not their customer. You're the customer of the travel
there you
site.
go.
And so while you are a guest of their hotel, the transaction, the purchase was made through the third-party travel site. And so if you need changes to be made, if you need a price adjustment, that most often can't be done at the hotel, at the resort, or directly with the airline, because you're a customer of the third-party travel site. This most often comes into play when it comes to cancellation and changes. Those can't be done, very quickly. And if you have to get on the phone or get online with the travel site, that may add time, if it's even possible. They may not be available 24 hours or whatever. So if you're standing at the desk of a hotel, you may really be in a bind.
Yes, and that's happened, I'm sure, to a lot of people who you've talked to. So do you recommend then really going directly to the hotel and booking through them, working with a travel agent?
Well, one thing that you should know is if you really feel the need, or if you feel very confident in making your purchase through an online travel site, you want to make sure once you've made that reservation that you confirm it with the hotel, with the resort, with the airline that you purchased. You want to make sure that you don't travel across the country, across the world, depending on a reservation that when you get there doesn't exist.
Can I say this is such great advice, and I think it should be common sense, but I have been one who has made that mistake of booking something online, assuming that they still had my reservation, got there, and they said, well, we see it, but we don't have any rooms for you.
Yeah.
And you're stuck.
Yeah, you could be. Whereas if you were a client or if you were directly a customer, of that hotel or of that resort, more often than not, we find that they will bend over backwards to make sure that you're taken care of. You may also want to consider that if you are a rewards member and you've booked through a third-party travel site, you're probably not going to get your rewards points. Oof. And you may not be treated like a rewards customer.
We like those rewards points.
That's right. So if you want the opportunity for upgrades and things like that, you may be opting out by using a travel site. So you definitely want to make sure that you're making a very intentional purchase and that you understand what you may be giving up.
And that hotels often do have a better cancellation policy than those third-party sites. It could even be before 6 p.m. the night of, or 24 hours in advance.
Yeah.
So that's really good to know. That's also something that they would be able to find out, right, if they called to confirm their reservation.
That's
just
right.
in case they didn't read the fine print.
Well, and you want to make sure that you understand if something changes with my plans, who do I contact? Do I contact this third-party travel site, or do I contact the hotel directly? You should be able to read the fine print on your reservation, but if not, when you do contact the hotel or the resort or the airline to confirm your reservation, you can ask them the question as well. But don't be surprised if you have booked through a third-party site. Don't be surprised if the hotel or the airline don't roll out the red carpet for you, because again, they don't always consider you their customer because you've purchased from a third party, and therefore the business relationship is a little different.
So what about if you get that phone call or maybe that little postcard in the mail that says that you've been selected, you've won a cruise, you've won a 2-night stay in New York City. I've gotten phone calls before because I was a member of a reward program offering me free vacations. I always felt very weird about it because I think if I'm getting something for free or if I'm winning something, what do they want from me in return?
Yeah, you want to consider if you win a vacation. Did you play the contest? Did you play the lottery?
Isn't that funny? We don't even think about it. No. When did I play this contest?
That's right. So if you didn't enter the game or enter the contest, you didn't win. And even if, let's say you are a rewards member and you're contacted for a free 2 or 3 night stay, understand there will be strings attached. At the very least, most often you will be asked to pay taxes, perhaps resort fees. If it were to be a cruise, there may be some port charges and things like that. So there will be fees attached.
So that could be in the fine print, right? Under everything else that says you won. Right. Taxes, fees, that can add up.
Yeah, and the point is, if you couldn't afford a vacation, or if you budgeted for, I'm going to spend all this money when I go on this free vacation because I've gotten a free vacation, understand that this free vacation is not totally free. The other thing is, it may cost you time. Very often, this is kind of the carrot to get you in so that you can attend a timeshare.
A sales pitch.
Right, a timeshare presentation. And so there may be time requirements. You may be required a 9-minute presentation, and so you should really pay attention to who do I owe. Like you said, is it really free? No, it's not really free. Who am I going to owe the money to? How much am I going to owe? And how much of my time am I going to owe? And if I say no, then what?
Yeah, because then they can put the pressure on.
Well, they can put the pressure on. You could be moved to a different resort. You could be moved to a different space. If you've gone for a free amenity, if you've gone for a free tablet or iPad, if I say no, if I don't meet the requirements for attending the tour, but you've already invited me on this free vacation, then what? Let's say, for example, you're invited to a free 2-night vacation. You get there, and in fact, you don't meet the requirements to attend the presentation. What then? Do I owe for the 2 nights of the hotel? Are you going to make good on these 2 free nights? I've flown myself here. I've driven myself here. what now? So you really want to make sure that don't get overly excited about what you're being given for free. Ask the questions. And if you're not sure, contact Better Business Bureau, because I can almost guarantee that we have heard from other consumers who have been in a very similar situation. And through their complaints and through their customer reviews, we can help you pretty well predict what your experience is going to be.
So that's really helpful if you do have an experience or you have that phone call or get that in the mail, to actually share that information with you, so that'll help other consumers.
Yeah, and if you're not sure, contact Better Business Bureau. You can find us at bbb.org, and we are happy to listen to the pitch. You know, you can kind of repeat the pitch to us, tell us how they found you, tell us what they're offering. We can hopefully help track down who it is that actually made the call, so that we can help you understand what they're going to be offering you, what the fine print may be. And also, if you're rushed to make a decision, as with everything, that's a red flag. So if you feel like the person on the other end of the line who's offering you something for free or at a huge discount, if they're rushing you into a commitment or rushing you into making some sort of deposit or providing financial information, those are red flags. So if you don't have the opportunity to contact a friend or contact Better Business Bureau to kind of run it past them or a loved one, that's a red flag that they're trying to rush or pressure you into a decision.
All good stuff. I know, real quick before we go, there's that little lock on the top of a website. Oftentimes, when we're searching online, we don't necessarily notice that, but that's important, isn't it?
You know, it's important to pay attention. You want to make sure that if you're sending money online or if you're, entering credit card information, that it's there. But don't be comforted into believing that just because it's there, you are safe.
No false sense of security.
That's right. You want to make sure it is there, but you also want to, do a full amount of research. Contact Better Business Bureau. Let us help you if you're not sure. If it sounds too good to be true, I can almost guarantee that it is. There are no free vacations. And also, when booking your vacation travel, whether it be the summer or any time of year, just make sure that you allow yourself enough time to do research so that you can arrive at your destination, enjoy your time, spend exactly the amount of money you plan to spend and nothing more, so that you have the opportunity and have the desire to travel again.
I mean, the point is, vacations are supposed to be fun, right?
That's right.
We look forward to them, and we want you to enjoy them.
Yeah.
So where can people find you?
So you can reach us at bbb.org. You can also submit a question to askholly@wkmg.com. You can also check out bbb.org. You can Google Scam Tracker. Consumers can search there for scam information. If you receive a call that you're not quite sure about and you think it might just be a scam, you can search by keyword. You can zoom down to county to street, almost street level. Or if you're just bored, you're online and you're looking for something to do, you can go and see what are people reporting, what are their losses, and you can really see as you move, especially across the United States, really where there are pockets of victims. And very often the time of year has something to do with it. So Scam Tracker is just a really cool tool for consumers to be able to use to better educate themselves.
That's great. I haven't heard of that. Really something to help you really be aware of what's out there to protect yourself. And that's what you guys are all about.
That's right.
Well, thank you for joining us, Holly, and thank you guys for joining us. Next time for another edition of Ask Holly, we'll have a lot more great information.